Scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the exam?
0.
How ready are you?
4. Because of passing
What are you working on now?
flashcards.
Nice.
Hey everyone, so on Saturday was my first real day of studying super intensely. Obviously I've been studying the whole course, but on this day I was just reading some print sources and going through and practicing multiple choice questions. And then here I'm doing some flashcards, which really kind of saved me because I just memorized everything I put on these flashcards. Like I did some sentence starters and some common vocab that I saw in most of the multiple choice questions, which was really helpful when taking the exam because they do tend to use a specific pattern with vocab and the types of questions that they ask. And then in this clip I'm also checking the answers of all the multiple choice I had done. I did about maybe 2 hours worth of multiple choice, which was half print sources and stuff like that, and then the other half was audio and print, and then just audio, which is like what the actual exam is. So essentially I did half a practice exam on Saturday, and then I went through and I checked all my multiple choice answers, and I actually did pretty well in multiple choice, so that was very good. Okay, so on day 2, which was Sunday, May 2nd, I started a bit later than I did on Saturday, and I started studying and just kind of like looking up some practice questions on my computer while I ate lunch. I had this really good salad, as you can see here, that I'm eating in time lapse. And then what I did after that was I went and started taking an actual practice assessment. So what I'm doing in this clip right here is I'm just writing down how long I have for each section so that I could time it on my phone without having to flip through any pages or waste any other time looking for this specific section. And the results of my practice test were very interesting to me. They weren't necessarily what I had expected. So I timed myself as exactly as if I was taking the test, which was about 3.5 hours. And I did really kind of well on the multiple choice, but the audio was very hard for me because I had to rush through it. And then writing went pretty well, like I had thought. And then I had speaking. And I had always been really good at speaking in German, but it turns out that I actually failed the speaking on the practice exam. So, and then here I'm just showing my projected score, how I could possibly get a 5 if I tried, which, yeah, I don't know. So I don't really have any footage from May 3rd except from this little clip and then a video I'll show in a second, but this is my room being representative of my mental health at this point. Okay, so I took my test today. It's now 9:08 p.m. I took my test at 12 p.m. That took me 4 hours, even though it was only supposed to take me 3. So that's really fun. It was so long, it felt so long. The actual exam was only 3 hours, but all the like in between stuff I had to do was really added a lot of time. My boyfriend and my mother thought I was dead because I have like a medical condition where if I don't have enough like glucose in my body I'll pass out, and they were like kind of worried I passed out somewhere. But it was just because the test was really long and I couldn't have my phone. I was fine. There's a very short clip I have from last night and I'll insert it now. But it's just me crying. because I had a breakdown about it last night where first I cried for like an hour, and I just felt like so awful last night. I was like up all night and it was just really bad. I felt like so sick and couldn't sleep, and it was so awful. But this morning I woke up and I went to school late, and then I went and I took my test, and right before I started taking my test I actually got really excited, which is the complete opposite of how I felt last night. I felt so awful last night, and then today I felt not great either, and I went to lunch, ate some mozzarella sticks, and went to go take my test, and I was like excited. I really don't know why. It was just so weird. All the emotions going crazy. But yeah, I think it was good. The multiple choice was actually harder than I thought it was going to be. There were some difficult texts in there, and there was also one of the audio recordings was very, very hard. The woman in the recording spoke so fast. Like so fast. I didn't get anything she said. Nothing. Not a single thing. I think maybe hi. That was it. Out of the whole like 3-minute recording. But I was actually really worried about speaking, and that went very well actually. I think I did probably the best on speaking, which is ironic because I really was scared. I thought I was going to do awful on speaking. And then writing was okay. I don't know. I had a lot of extra time on the essay, and they gave me a lot of extra space that I didn't use. So like that's not great, but I don't really, and it's whatever. It is what it is, and it's done now. It's done, and I get my results in July. And I think I'm gonna make a video reacting to my AP scores, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and feel free to subscribe if you're interested in AP German content, because I'm gonna be putting out a whole video where I kind of talk about like what I did, how I studied, and everything that's like geared around self-studying AP German, because not only is there very few resources, it's very hard to self-study a language. So I'm going to be giving you all my resources and tips and stuff in the coming video. So subscribe if you're interested in that, and leave a comment if you have any questions, anything you want to ask me about, anything you want to say. Go ahead and just comment down below.